What are the traits of a perfect lightsaber company? So we can't ever reach perfection, right? But we can strive for it. And I'd like us to brainstorm together some things we'd like to see in lightsaber companies. So I'll start it off with value. So I'd like to get a good value for what I pay. Value doesn't mean that something is cheap, although it could. So for example, if you get something from Patch Store, they have some very inexpensive sound sabers for $100 or less, and that might be a good value for the price that you pay. On the other hand, you could purchase a saber from a higher end lightsaber company, and that would be a good value for what you pay because you're getting a very nice quality out of it. So I would like to see the value meeting kind of the quality that I expect given what I've spent on the item. Another thing I would generally like to see is fast shipping. So a lot of the companies, the saber companies, especially now, have very slow shipping, and it seems like they could ramp up their production and they could kind of streamline some of that, except in the cases of very customized items. But if you're going to have stuff kind of in stock and people are ordering something not too unusual, it seems like they could cut down some of their lead times quite a bit. Now, okay, if I can't get fast shipping, at the very least, I want to know what the shipping speed is going to be. So I just made a video about this where I think some of the major saber companies are handling their shipping backlog very poorly because they're not keeping their customers up to date on the status of their order. So some of their customers have been quoted a certain handling time, and the company has exceeded it by weeks in some cases, or months, or at least a month, and the company's been silent the whole time. That's very poor service. So at the very least in that case, the company could keep their customer updated, and that's what I would look for. An accurate handling speed, or a company that under promises and over delivers in terms of the shipping speed. So either fast shipping or under promising and over delivering on the shipping speed. I would also look for good customer service. So that last thing about the handling time, that's kind of a good lead into customer service. I'd like a company that's very responsive to my questions, answering them in like a day or two if possible. Or even it's nice sometimes if a company can't answer you right away, if you get that email from them saying, I see your question and I'll be answering it, or, you know, kind of letting you know again how long it will take for you to get an answer. People just want to know how long things will take sometimes, even if it'll take longer. They just don't want to be wondering, you know, are they going to answer me today? Are they going to answer me next week? Are they ever going to answer me? It's kind of the same thing with the shipping. And then another quality I'd look for is that the company does whatever it does well. So you could have a lightsaber company that wants to produce very low-end lightsabers that are still somewhat decent quality. You could have a lightsaber company going for mid-range lightsabers or high-end lightsabers. Whichever route they do, I'd like to see them do it well. So I'd rather see a company just have maybe one or two or a few hilt models, for example, and do a really good job with those than have a variety of hilts that are kind of all over the map and kind of varying quality. So as much as I would like a wide variety and selection, I'd rather that a company stayed focused and did, you know, just a small thing right. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the fast food chain In-N-Out, which is kind of on the West Coast, and they have a very limited menu for their hamburgers. You know, they have like hamburgers, fries, shakes, and some beverages, and you know, they don't have all these different menu items, but they do it really well. They do a good job. They have good customer service and all that. So I think you could have an equivalent of that in the lightsaber community. What do you guys think? What are some things you like to see in a lightsaber company? Do you agree with the things that I brought up about kind of the price matching, the value matching the price that you pay rather, fast shipping, or at least having a good idea of when your item will ship, and good customer service, responding to customers in a timely manner, and then doing whatever the company does well. So those are some of the first traits that come to mind. I'm sure you guys can think of many more. I'd love to hear about it in the comment section.